Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Udalad and today we're taking a break from the magic stuff and we're having a look at something quite interesting. So you all heard probably of Dota Underlords. Now this is Valve's own take on that game mode. So here we have Dota Underlords. Now Dota Underlords is basically Dota Underlords but made by Valve. They've put their own team into it and effort. So we'll just jump into a game and see how it goes. So I've been playing this for a bit. You can only get this if you have the compendium, I think it is. 2019 compendium from Dota. Right now it will be released as a free-to-play version later, from what I understand. But right now you can only play it if you have the compendium, which costs about, what is it, like €8? $8? I'm not sure. One of those two. Anyway, it is basically auto chess. So those of you that have played auto chess, you know what it's about, but I'm gonna explain it anyway for anyone new to the game. So Dota Auto Chess is a game mode that came up in Dota 2's arcade. Now it is a game about you buy these pieces, or chesses as they're called in that. They are different characters that will go onto this battlefield. You'll make up your little team and then you'll start a round. Each round you fight against either some NPCs or another player. Usually the first rounds are against NPCs and then the rest are against other players, and like each fifth round I think is like against NPCs, something like that. It is a very interesting game. I think it's a very fun game because it is a lot about countering and making your own builds. So every character has these they have like a racial trait and then they have a class trait. So for example Tusk, which is a hero in Dota, he has Savage. So if we have two Savages out on the board at the same time, all our characters will gain plus 10% attack. Plus he is a warrior, so if we have 3 warriors out at the same time, all warriors gain plus 10 armor. And that is how it works. The same goes for Drow Ranger. She is a Heartless, which is, if we have 2 Heartless, all enemies gain minus 5 armor. And let me just pick here. I'm thinking Claymore. I think Claymore. Anyway, as I was saying, Drow Ranger. She is also a hunter, so if we have 3 hunters, the hunters have a 15% chance to do 3 attacks in a row, like real quick. And that is kind of the way they make this game interesting. You can do different combinations, like now I have 2 warriors. I could put axe in, actually, like exchanging Drow, putting an axe. There we go, now we have the 3 warriors. We can see here as well, all the combos we have. So we have 3 warriors right now, only 1 savage, and 1 elemental. So only the warrior bonus will be active at this point. But that is kind of how the game works. And so you try to make a combo that is better than the other player's combo so that you win over them in rounds. You'll see after this round we'll start facing other players and it'll make more sense. Anyway, it's a really fun game mode. I do enjoy it a lot. And I think... Ooh. None of these are really good. Let's take the Arcane Boots. You only get these item drops, by the way, on NPC rounds, so when you're facing other players, you don't get any items. But yeah, I think it's very fun. I consider this game quite fun. And I also think that... I don't know if this version is better than the version that was made in the Dota 2 arcade, but I do think it is more well made, so to say. Like obviously Valve is a big company, they have a lot of assets to put into this. They made an entirely like singular team for this game mode, which makes it obviously a bit better, rather than just it being an arcade version. Now I know there has been a lot of talk about this game mode because it's like the game itself, or like the idea of the game, came from the Dota arcade. And from what I understand, Valve talked to the people that developed that game mode and said that yes, we would like to hire you to create to develop it, probably create like this game. I'm not sure if they would literally create this game, but that was kind of what I understood from it. Like they wanted someone to make a new or a actually dedicated version of the game. Obviously, they didn't approve of that. The ones that made it, they were like, "Oh no, we're going to do our own thing," and that's when Valve went, "Okay, we're going to have to make our own development team for this then," and they did. I mean, it seems to be working out quite good for them. I mean, Dota Underlords has exploded since it was released. I think it's been released like 2 days, and it is very popular already. So, understandably, they want their own like development team on this. They want to be the first into the market as it is, because this could become a very popular genre. I know that Riot Games are also developing their own version of this, which is quite interesting. I think this is kind of like when MOBAs was released, like in the real kind of, like for real. Obviously Dota has been around for a long time, since Warcraft 3, but I don't think it has been around in this sort of sense as it is now, where it is like all these kind of free-to-play MOBAs, there are a lot of them, everyone's trying to do different things. It's going to be the same with auto-chess, I feel like, that sort of genre. And I don't mind it, like, obviously. The ones that make the best game is going to be the ones coming out of this on top. I kind of hope it is Dota Underlords, because I've been enjoying this immensely. But we'll see. Anyway, we're starting to get up into these player rounds. And what I'm thinking is that we are going to go for some sort of warrior build. Hence why I have only warriors right now. I kind of want to sprinkle in some hunters, because the hunters do deal a lot of damage. Or maybe some mages, actually. Warriors and mages were a good combination in the original auto chess, and I imagine they're kind of okay in this as well. What I've noticed while playing this, like, there are some obvious differences. It is very much like they've taken the Dota auto chess into their own like game system, and they've a lot of the things are similar, but a lot of the things are different. There are a lot of other characters, and the item system is way different. I kind of like this item system to some degree a bit more, but at the same time I don't. What I liked about the original like auto chess system was that it was very unfair. It was very unfair. You had like a small percentage chance of getting items, and if you didn't, you like were unlucky not getting items. Yeah, they had some sort of systems where you got like some tiny items that could heal you and give you money, but it did not pan out that well. Like RNG could really screw you over on that part. Obviously, it can still screw you over if you don't get the chesses that you need every time when you want to buy them. But that is kind of a different thing. You can use this like reroll button with gold and all that kind of stuff to negate that. The items itself was kind of a problem. So I kind of like how they handled it here, where it's like, oh well, yes, every NPC round you get one item or one passive buff for all your chesses. And I kind of like how they're handling that. It is it makes the game a lot different. Like, if I would have taken, I got one of these passive buffs on one of the early rounds, and like, yeah, I could have taken like, if I would have taken like the ability to all my inventors, which are like mechs from the original one, if all my mechs would get, or when they die, they explode for 20% of their max health, that would make the mechs so much more stronger than they usually are. And that is very interesting to me. Like, I really like that idea. It is a cool idea, changing up the game a lot, making it so that if you get some of these passive abilities, one specific build can become so strong comparatively to what it is before you get that ability. And, well, I like that at least. I don't know about you guys, but I do enjoy that immensely. Now let's actually get Drow out here, because we got five spots. There's not really a point. Like, I could put Slardar out there to get more tanky, but I feel like I need more damage. I feel like that is my weakness right now. I do not have enough damage. We should probably move this there if we can. Yeah. It is one thing that I do not like though in this game, and that is like how the chests behave. Well, I like it to some degree, but I'm so used to the old auto chest system that I feel like a lot of times I'm doing stupid things because I don't understand how the game is working. Obviously not a problem with the game, that's more of a problem with me, but it still annoys me. So, right there you saw Drow Ranger dying super quickly. It is basically because I put her too close. You can see her range here. If I would put her like back here, she has to run forward one step and all their range units won't be able to reach her. So they'll start attacking my warriors to begin with, and then my hunters can like jump into the battle. I actually think maybe moving these guys back one step as well is a good idea. Ooh, first NPC round. So you'll notice when we kill these guys, we will get another item or another passive. Depending on what we get, like, there are some really strong ones. I once got one where it's like, for every kill a bruiser has, so like, or brawny character has. So I think it's all orcs in the original auto chest are considered brawny in this. So like, Juggernaut, Axe, Beastmaster I think it is as well. Ooh, wow, this is actually kind of bad. Yes, Blade Mail on Axe. Seems legit. But yeah, I feel like, or once I got that sort of upgrade, and it just blew away my build. I could just go for these brawny characters, and they became so tanky. For every kill they got 50 more health. So like, I think I had a Juggernaut with like 50 kills. It was like, oh yes, well he has 2,500 more health now. It was insane, and I really like that. Like, some of these combinations can be game-breaking in a sort of sense, but I kind of like that because it's like you won't always get them. Like, you are lucky when you get them, and that is kind of cool because then you can like go with a build that won't work otherwise, that is too weak otherwise. I do hate someone that gets Templar Assassin early. She is such a strong character always. She's so tanky. I think that's like her thing. But yeah, I do enjoy this game. As I mentioned, it is very different to auto chess in the way that they've built up the system. Obviously, it's very similar, but very different in the same sort of sense. It's the same of talking about different MOBAs, like League of Legends and Dota are similar to each other, but they are not the same. It's kind of that sort of comparison, I'd say. And I mean, it won't make sense to people that haven't played both, but to those of you that have, it makes sense. Anyway, I do think this is a great game, and I think you should have a look at it when it becomes free to play, or beforehand if you really want to. If you are a fan of Dota Auto Chess, you will love this. I can almost promise you that. It is a very good game. It is very fun, very entertaining, and it's way smoother. I feel like it's faster than the old Auto Chess, and I think it's because like they've added a kind of a system where it's like, I think you get like these sort of rounds, so to speak. Like, as you can see now, it's 1 star here. So I think it's every 10th round you start to take 1 damage extra every time you lose. So it's like it becomes harder and harder to hang on if you lose in the later rounds. You take way more damage. I think that's a smart thing. Let's put Slardar out there. But that is Dota Auto Chess. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm just going to finish off this match. I'll leave that in the video for you to enjoy if you want to see some more. But other than that, or maybe I won't. Nah, it doesn't make any sense, not with the face cam. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. I sure enjoyed the game, and give it a try if you have the opportunity. Now, I have been Udalad. Remember to like the video, comment down below what you think of Dota Underlords, and also subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.